So today we're gonna give you the solution that you are looking for to beat those players that love playing at the baseline, stay way behind the baseline, they like hitting the ball really high, keep the rallies going, and you cannot beat them just by rallying because they are more solid than you. So today we're gonna we're gonna show you some drills of how to get and how to improve your drop shots. So this way you can bring to the net and you can beat these kind of baseline players that they only like rallying from the baseline. So first of all, when are we going to use the drop shot? I wouldn't suggest you to use the drop shot if you are staying way behind the baseline. The percentage of making the ball in once you are behind the baseline is going to be way lower because the drop shot is a very precise shot, and if you don't do it properly and if it's not too short, they are just going to come in and crash the ball, and that doesn't make sense. So when are we going to hit it? We're going to hit it once we are on the top of the baseline or even inside of the court. So also, when the ball is really high, it's going to be harder to do the drop shot. So if you are an advanced player, you might be able to do the drop shot once the ball is higher. So for most beginners and intermediate players, I could just suggest you to use the drop shot once you are inside of the court, okay, and the ball is lower. So now, where do we hit the drop shot? We hit the drop shots down the line, okay? We could also hit them cross court, but most of the times we're going to hit them down the line because the court is smaller, the distance with the place that we're going to put the ball on is shorter, so it's easier to be more precise. And also, if I hit it on the line, the time of the ball traveling in the air is going to be shorter time, okay? Because the ball needs to travel a shorter distance. So I'm going to give less time to the other one to get to the ball and get set up. So even if he gets to the ball, he's going to get out of balance and I can put the ball away to the other corner. So now, what technique do we use to hit the drop shot? First of all, when we're hitting the drop shot is very similar to a slice. The only difference is that the motion is going to be a little bit shorter. So I'm going to keep using the hammer grip, and after I hit, I'm going to get set up like a slice, probably a shorter backswing because I don't want the ball to travel too deep. And after I hit, instead of keep doing the follow through like I could be doing on a regular slice, I will hit and I will stop and open a little bit more the face of the rack. It's kind of like a small U. So it's when I hit the ball gets this backswing that when it bounces, the ball dies or even comes back to my court. So it's weak, I don't give time to the other one to get to that ball. Now, if you're an advanced player, what I would suggest you to do, I would suggest you to try to hide the drop shot. So how are you gonna do it? You are gonna get set up like your regular forehand grip, okay? So for example, let's say you have a Western forehand grip, you're gonna get set up with your regular grip, and right before you hit the ball, after the ball bounces, you're gonna change the grip to the hammer grip and then hit the drop shot. So what happens? The other one is expecting a very deep ball with your topspin ball, but instead of that, on the last moment you change the grip, you hit a drop shot, he's not expecting it, he won't be able to get it. If you are an advanced player and you are showing that you are going with the hammer grip, I'm gonna know that you're gonna do the drop shot, so I'm gonna start running in right before you hit it, and I'm gonna get to the ball early and crash it. So that's why, especially advanced players, try to learn how to hide and then change the grip to hit it. So now for the first drill, we're gonna stand next to the net, we're gonna start feeling the touch on the ball, okay? We're gonna just make sure that we make a good drop shot, the ball doesn't travel deep, but we're gonna stand next to the net, so this way it's easier for us. If we start right away from the baseline, it's gonna be so hard to get the feeling on the ball and start making good drop shots, so we're gonna start making it easy next to the net. Make sure the ball stays next to the net once you hit it. So for the second drill, we're gonna do exactly the same, but now we're gonna start at the service line. So we're gonna stand at the service line, we're gonna hit some forehands, some backhands. Make sure you hit the drop shot on the line and it's close to the net. Okay, so now, at this point, what I would suggest you to do is to check if your drop shot is good enough, is if the ball is bouncing at least 3 times before it passes the service box, you are doing a pretty good job doing the drop shot. Now, if your drop shot bounces and goes behind the service line, or it only bounces twice at the service box, that's not a good enough drop shot. Make sure you keep practicing this drill until you are able to make the ball bounce 3 times, and once you do that, then you can move on to the next drill. So now we're gonna go all the way back to the baseline. So you're gonna stand at the baseline, your partner is gonna feed you some balls, and you're gonna try to keep hitting the drop shots down the line. Again, trying to make the ball bounce 3 times on the service box. If you're not able to do it and you feel like this progression is too hard for you, just stand a little bit closer inside of the court. Maybe you can stay in no man's land or even go back to the service line until you master the other drill. Then you can move back to the baseline. So for the last drill, we're gonna stand on the baseline again, but now we're gonna introduce the change in the grip, and also we're gonna put some targets on the court that you're gonna try to make the ball in. So we're gonna put a small box on the right side of the court and a small box on the left side of the court. So our goal is gonna be make the ball bounce on that small box that we put on the inside of the service box. It's a small area that we're gonna try to make the ball bounce on, so we're making sure that the drop shot is good enough.
If you like our videos, please like and subscribe under the link below. And also, if you're looking to get new equipment and you like the stuff that we're using, you can also look on our Amazon link and just check it out. If you like it, just take it.